what happened.
Yeah, but I want to add something.
Yes.
Because my lawyers issued a statement after that mentioning EFCC. I want to say very clearly, it wasn't the EFCC, okay? It was the DSS.
Right.
But the DSS were procured to abduct me by the ICPC. That has never communicated with me ever, okay? The EFCC had written to me while I was away to say that I would like to have a chat with you over certain issues. And I replied, my lawyers replied that, well, I'm not in the country, I'm on my annual vacation. And once I know the date of return, I will let you know. And we have written to EFCC to say that, I will celebrate my birthday with you. My birthday is 16th February on Monday. I will celebrate my birthday. I will come and see you at 10 a.m. on the 6th. So it wasn't the EFCC. But my lawyer thought it was the EFCC, but it was not. Subsequently, we found out that it was the ICPC that procured the DSS to abduct me and then hand over to them. And this is a modus operandi of the ICPC that increasingly has become a personal tool of Nuhu Ribadu. Nuhu made the call and made the order that I must be in custody yesterday.
How do you know he made the call?
He made the call because we listened to their calls. The government thinks that they're the only ones that listen to calls, but we also have our ways. He made the call, he gave the order. And
so you tapped his phone calls, did you?
Someone tapped his phone and told me.
Because that technically is illegal.
I know, but the government does it all the time. They listen to our calls all the time without a court order. But someone tapped his phone and told us that he gave the order. So, but the EFCC, I think, has shown itself to be more professional in this particular instance. And on Monday, by the grace of God, I'll go and see them. Yesterday, around 5 p.m., the ICPC finally did the right thing, not the DSS that tried to abduct me, by bringing a letter to my house to say, we want to see you on Friday the 13th. My lawyer wrote back to say, guys, my client is not an idle person that has no program. He's just waiting for a letter from anyone. We've received your letter. Now that you've written an invitation, you've had the courage to write an invitation, we will honor the invitation. But on Monday, we are going to EFCC that has written before. So we'll go there. After the EFCC, we'll go to ICPC on Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know what the lawyer has written, but this. So this is the current state of things as far as we know.
Okay. Well, let me just make clear that...
Hello, everyone. As a Nigerian, I don't even know what to make of that short clip that you just saw there. Oh, Lord, have mercy. The National Security Advisor is supposed to be one of the topmost people in terms of security architecture of this country, after the commander-in-chief, of course, in terms of, hierarchy or, should I say, influence, the National Security Advisor, it's way, way up there. Some will even say it's something like the Homeland Security head and stuff like that. For it to be that, the National Security Advisor's number can be so tapped and that they don't know that it's being tapped, it's a major issue. So it's one thing for it to be tapped. I would expect like such a person's number will have the particular numbers he will use to make phone will be a special built, the particular phone rather will be a special built phone that will not have anything. I remember, seeing an interview that Obama had done where they gave him, what's it called, a phone to use, whether he said it was the first American president to be given, what was that phone? There was this phone that people were using before this Android, BlackBerry, I think it was BlackBerry or something like that. And he said by the time they removed this feature, it just literally became almost like a dummy toy. This thing that you give kids, you just press this thing. So that's because why was that done? For the seriousness of security. You don't want anything where you say the American president's phone has been tapped. So you remove a lot of things. You can't be downloading apps on the phones that he will use officially as the national security. Even where he will do talk, it's not one that you'll be having apps, uploading apps or any of those things or need. It will be strictly, security. And from time to time, you will expect it to be checked whether there are any listening devices or anything on top of it from time to time for it to be, changed. I personally, I know that, yeah, they listen to my phone and everything. Like I always said, even when they say, okay, come and let them remove it, I always say, what is it that I'm saying privately that I will not tell you publicly? So if whatever it is you want to hear, you will get that. I really don't bother, because even like I did an interview recently, where they were looking at this and will you want for them to check it and clean? I said, well, even if they clean, they will still bring another one. And that was a situation whereby I'm now relaxed that, oh, my phone is free. I always tell people, if you are talking to me, be sure that somebody else is listening to the conversation. But that's by the way. But for it to be that this is something that is done to a national security advisor without them, it's really, it says a lot. And even the conversation, in the way that Nasir El-Rufai did talk about this, and he said, we tap, we. That's really self-indicting. And although he will change his tone, later to so someone did it, because first of all, to tap somebody's phone, that's criminal, right? It's a criminal thing. But even the government is not supposed to do it without, a legal, a court order giving them the power to be able to do it. Because people have, I think, which part of it is it right to privacy or right to, there's something, amongst the different rights that where you're covered, where somebody should not just come and tap your phone and be listening to phone. That's why even if when security agencies and all of that tap your phone, they are not able to use it in the court. It's not admissible in the court unless there was a court mandate that had given them permission for them to do that tapping. But the interview by Nasir El-Rufai revealed a lot of interesting things. And I mean, for the greater part of today, you see some of these things, being brought up. There's also the issue of Dadiata that he spoke about. That will also be done. I will do that in subsequent video. But just to say, it's a whole lot. It just says a whole lot coming into this. And we're seeing all of these things, that are going on. I've always said that for you to fight evil, you must think evil, but you must have the discipline not to do evil. But at the same time, I'm also going to say, if you have people who have done evil together, because I see a lot of people who are this, I can't be in a coalition with this, I can't be in a coalition. If I'm citing someone who is doing evil, and there's anyone who did evil with them, and now they are apart, and they want to now this thing, by all means, you guys fight each other, because there are certain things that I'm not going to do them because they're illegal, they're whatever, because the moment you do evil, and there's the thing about evil, nothing justifies evil. No matter, you can't use evil to do good. You'll be tainted. Evil taints. The wrong thing taints. That's why you see someone, you have mouth to be able to speak in certain way and manner, because you haven't done certain things. The moment you do that, let's get this thing done, it's easier. I mean, doing evil, doing the wrong thing, doing illegality, criminality is the easiest way to get whatever it is that you want. It's always easier to get it that way, but it taints you, and then you now won't have the moral justification to be able to speak on things or do certain things in certain ways. And then it's more difficult when you want to do things the right way, and sometimes that's why a lot of people don't get. You see people, but you do this so that you get in there. But hey, if they're going to be fighting each other and revealing their secrets and whatever it is they are doing, by all means, we are here to buy the popcorn that we need. And if you've watched to this date, I'll just give you a secret. The best this thing that you can buy to drink it is hot smoothie, and you can always go to Grand Square and go and get your hot smoothie here in Abuja. I mean, they make the best hot smoothie. But anyway, I don't like gatekeeping, so I just had to say that. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.